We just underwent a full IRS audit because Black people were contacting the IRS claiming I was stealing money. So we did a full IRS audit. We just finished it and we passed it. Okay. And we passed it. So there's no issues with money. There's no issues with accountability.
We are public institutions.
Yes, we are.
It has to be. So that document, that audit you were just talking about, needs to be on your website.
It ain't going on the website. It'll go for the donors, but it ain't going on the website. We only are accountable to the donors.
Well, you're accountable to the legal authority, because you just talked about, we're waiting for accreditation and so forth. You got to have it, because you're setting yourself up for destruction if you don't.
No, sister, no. Here's what I want to say though about the whole fundraiser situation. Mm-hmm. We have been completely transparent with our donors and supporters. Our donors and supporters know exactly what's going on and when it's going on. The people who have made the complaints about a lack of transparency and he's not being honest with the money and so forth and so on, these are individuals who do not support Dr. Umar, do not support the school mission, and want to see it fail. The donors don't have concerns. The only people who have concerns are people who have never supported the mission at all. We just underwent a full IRS audit because Black people were contacting the IRS claiming I was stealing money. So we did a full IRS audit. We just finished it and we passed it. Okay, and we passed it. So there's no issues with money. There's no issues with accountability. Institutions take time, but people who have never built an institution would not know that. I want to say thank you to all my New York City brothers and sisters who have supported the FDMG Academy. I mean, we get a lot of donations, not just from New York City, but from around New York State. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And for those who want to work at the school, please send us your resume, fdmgresumes@gmail.com, fdmgresumes@gmail.com. You need to send a photo, resume, and a cover letter. Your cover letter should include why you want to work at the school and why we should consider having you work at the school. Who are you and why do you want to be with us? We will have a bus that comes to the school every morning from Baltimore, Maryland, Eastern Shore, Maryland, Trenton, New Jersey, Camden, New Jersey, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Chester, Pennsylvania, Camden, New Jersey, and Trenton, New Jersey. 8 bus stops. We are the largest independent Black school in the country. We are the only independent Black school with 2 real school buildings, and we will be the only independent school that serves Black boys from 4 different states, Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey. And we will be opening up our Girls Academy within 3 to 5 years of starting school for the boys. The official start date for the school will be September the 3rd, 2024, which is the anniversary when Frederick Douglass ran away from slavery in Baltimore to freedom through Wilmington, Delaware.
Quick question so I mentioned earlier, and if you don't know this brother, and I know you meet a lot of people, and there's a lot of great people out here, but Principal, he goes by the name of Principal Kafele, Principal Rudy Kafele. He's a family member here, and he goes around the country educating educators of how to deal with our children in the sense of educating them. He has a question for you, Principal Kafele. Many of the African Center schools closed due to the lack of finances. How will you sustain the school financially, giving ongoing salaries, benefits, maintenance, materials, books, technology, supplies, etc.?
Great question. Great question. Number one, most independent schools, their tuition is tied to their mortgage. So a lot of the price of the tuition is to keep a roof over the heads of those children. We don't have that problem because we purchased our school outright with cash in 2019. We owned our building. We are not under any mortgage. Those 2 schools, those 2 gymnasiums, those 4 buildings, they are owned by African people outright. So we don't have to be concerned about mortgage. All we have to exclusively look at are the expenses and the salaries. And to that point, we are going to start small and we are going to grow slow and steady until we are large. What I mean by that is on September the 3rd of 2024, God willing, we will begin our 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade academy for Black boys, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. We are looking at 2 classes per grade. That's 120 students. And every year thereafter, we plan to add up and down a grade. So the second year will be 1st through 5th, and the third year will be K through 6, and the fourth year will be pre-K through 7, and the fifth year will be daycare through 8th. That will give us enough time, Brother Fatiyn, to renovate the Frederick Douglass High School building that's right across the street, so our young men can simply leave the Garvey building, walk over to the Frederick Douglass High School building, and finish their high school careers.
Sabrina, any last question or comment for Dr. Umar Johnson?
Yes, Dr. Umar, you make it look easy.
It's hard though, sweetie. It's hard. It ain't easy. We got to make it look easy,
I mean,
but it ain't easy.
This is what we should do, and it's not. And I wonder, because you're very present and you're very outspoken and just saying what you need to say on all social media. And I think about, what if Marcus Garvey or Malcolm X or, just all of our heroes and sheroes had social media? What would they say?
Wow.
Just fearless. You've also been, when I say it's not been easy, in terms of your, responding to the critics or wanting those who are wanting more transparency regarding funding and fundraising and what are you doing, the whole thing. As someone who has built an institution, has built an organization, so you're not talking to somebody that doesn't know how it works. I understand the history of this financial systems, legal and otherwise, that particularly when it's someone that's talking about the liberation of Black people, those people have been silenced, dismantled, deported, like the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, and so on. Whether it's, if they don't get you on the criminal, they don't get you on the civil, they get you on the tax. Hear me say this to you. You say you just came out of an audit, put that audit on your website. Have all the filings from your 990s on your website. If you did a video on YouTube about the state of Delaware issued a cease and desist, and you had your response.
Yeah, the state of Pennsylvania issued a cease and desist.
Okay, sorry, Pennsylvania,
which was beyond their jurisdiction because the school was in Delaware, so it should have never been sent in the first place. So
make a statement about that, so it doesn't, unless it's, first of all, the people that are going to support you are going to support you, and the ones that are not, and maybe they need to figure out an excuse. But when it comes to this money and financial systems that not only are here in America, but across the diaspora, you're a Pan-African, you gotta have the money straight. You gotta have.
We got it. It's straight. It's more than straight.
No. It's got to be because schools and nonprofits, we are public institutions.
Yes, we are.
It has to be. So that document, that audit you were just talking about, needs to be on your website.
It ain't going on the website. It'll go for the donors, but it ain't going on the website. We only are accountable to the donors.
Well, you're accountable to the legal authority, because you just talked about, we're waiting for accreditation and so forth. You got to have it, because you're setting yourself up for destruction if you don't.
No, sister, no. We straight. We know what we're doing and how we're doing it. As I said, we passed the audit. No, we passed the audit, and I do appreciate what you're saying. I definitely do. But all our papers are straight. IRS have been to the school. They done went through everything. We are good. What we don't do is entertain the slander from our detractors. As I said, the donors,
not them.
Donors are completely in step with what we're doing. We are good with the people who are funding the school. The ones who are throwing stones are jealous individuals, okay, who don't want to see this come to pass, and we could care less what they have to say. We could care less.
This is just how public institutions, particularly those who receive tax deductible donations, GuideStar, everything is there. So if you don't want to do the audit,
well, you can also get them on the IRS website. I mean, the information is already there.
That's right.
It's public information.
Right now, you have 2020's 990 there. So have all of them there. I'm just saying, you have a grand, so important.
We're fine, Queen. We're fine.
Then make sure that you are compliant. And I just, and now I rest my case, and I said what I said. Okay.
Gotcha.
We're fine. Thank you. We're fine.
Let me get Larry in because we got to let brother go because he's been spending time with us. But
I'm glad. And thank you all. I really appreciate it. And Sister Sabrina, don't worry. Everything you said, Queen, is in my mind. Don't worry about that. I appreciate you for the words.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You do what you do to make money or to deal with the pain of not having any. What do I mean, deal with the pain of not having any? Why is black homicide such a problem that it is? Black homicide is a problem that it is because so many brothers are angry, frustrated, in pain over the fact that I can't even take care of my kids. I can't even see my kids. You see,